everyone. We're the international group. Because we are representing 3 different countries, we couldn't directly give you one specific place in each country. What we really wanted to do was tackle one particular issue, and we wanted to start with something very basic, but is still a problem in the Philippines. So we decided to tackle waste management, and we start off with Belgium.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. So we're tackling Angono Rizal. What is Angono Rizal known for? The places there are like the petrol groups, caves, and Cloud Church, but as much as possible, the mayor wants it for every place to preserve the trees, that every place is like an ecotourism spot. So I'm gonna give you a brief of what is Angono known for. Of course, we are known as the artist's paradise in the Philippines. Carlos Bobby Francisco, Levi Solario. Higanas Festival every month of May. Whereas Mayores, the marching band. Celebral is the resurrection, sorry for the typo. And then Forjadora for the young girls, celebrating Saint Clement, and Viva Cristo Rey for Jesus Christ as well. So there.
First issue is irregular collections, meaning to say that there's no regular routine for garbage collection. There may be a schedule, but for some cases, some areas are still not getting their garbage picked up.
So because the garbage isn't being picked up, we would like to recommend the policy to put in, basically to ensure that there's consistency and that everybody is getting their garbage picked up. And from this, us as delegates, we can create awareness education programs in our communities. So from there, we can teach people how to segregate their garbage into recycling and biodegradable. From this, there will be power in numbers. Because people will be doing this, they'll see the importance, and then they'll create demand for the government to make sure that the garbage is picked up.
And with the population growing, there's another issue. Maybe the issue is that there's limited trucks, so that's why the garbage isn't being picked up.
Our next problem is education. Not everyone knows what to do with their waste. Unfortunately, we still find people just chucking rubbish in the same bag as products that can be recycled. Okay, so the lack of education is causing people to basically just make our streets more messier, more dirtier. But what we can do is basically educate. We find people, even street cleaners, are just burning garbages on the streets. What happens when rubbish is burnt? Does anyone know?
Lack of education, the only solution is to provide the education. So by doing the projects, which we already are doing, to provide that education throughout the Philippines, through the school tours, the pamphlets, the social media platforms which we use, we should continue those because there are always generations which we can influence, as well as that one individual who we can reach out to who can create change for the future.
And being international representatives, we wanted to give some solutions that our cities are doing for waste management. So for me, I'm from San Francisco, and San Francisco is known for a tourist site. It's a highly populated city, and with a growing population, we still manage to have a system that regulates garbage collection. So there's a time frame where garbage gets picked up. So different zip codes have a certain day where their garbage is picked up. For me, it's every Tuesday. So every Tuesday morning, we have our garbage picked up and it's separated with recyclables and waste.
So similar to San Francisco, basically, we have allocated days where each suburb and each zip code, obviously, is being collected by trucks. Now, again, as she said, we are responsible for separating our garbage. What we do in Sydney, of course, the garbage company that actually collects randomly selects houses and actually monitors what they're putting in their recycling bins. If they find a product that is incorrect, they will write a letter to the house, giving them their first warning and making sure that in the future, they're separating their products.
Okay. So in Belgium, what they sorry. I'm so sorry. That's right.
So in the Gold Coast, we do have both bins as well, but we're also given an extra bin for compost and greens. So I think if we could come up with an initiative here that is supported by the government and creates funds to provide everyone here in the Philippines their own bins, because in our country, the government provides our bins.
Okay. So in Belgium, what we can implement also here in the Philippines is that that first, before we put it in the garbage, we separate it at home, and then there are assigned garbage collectors at any point. And then it's for the industries, what we do is that there are assigned government institutions for regionals, so they collect it and they do the garbage. Then second is, as much as we can, we try to reduce and recycle.